Hey, we're on Broken World Entertainment, and the end is officially nigh because Paramount has officially announced that Star Trek Strange New Worlds will be ending not just with Season 5, but with a reduced Season 5. What does that mean? It means they ain't getting a full season. Yep, it sounds like they just want to rush to get this thing over and done with, because otherwise you would have given them their full season and you'd have let it just go out as they always do. But no, you've confirmed that Season 5 is the end and it will be a reduced season. So let's have a look at this, shall we? So Paramount Plus has officially confirmed that Star Trek Strange New Worlds will end with Season 5. The final season will consist of 6 episodes and is set to begin production later this year. The announcement comes ahead of the Season 3 premiere, which drops July 17th, with a 2-episode debut on Paramount Plus in the US, which means everywhere else as well. Rumours also offer that once the merger with Skydance goes through, the Star Trek deal with Alex Kurtzman won't get renewed, which we've covered quite a lot actually here. So after the premiere, new episodes of Strange New Worlds will be released weekly on Thursdays. The final airs September 11th. Meanwhile, Season 4 is already in production and will stream sometime after Season 3 wraps. You don't say. Like, of course it would. They're hardly going to premiere it in the middle of Season 3, are they? So Strange New Worlds has received strong reviews from fans and critics, including Rotten Tomatoes, which means nothing, certified fresh status for its first 2 seasons. The show was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award in 2023 and won a Saturn Award in 2022. All this, by the way, is meaningless. Yeah. Let's just put it that way. It's like, look, it won one of them awards. It's like, and who cares? Like, realistically, who cares? That's for science fiction stuff, not anything special. Executive producer Akiva Goldman, good God, Henry Alonso Myers and Alex Kurtzman issued a joint statement thanking fans and Paramount Plus for letting them complete our 5-season mission and promising that this adventure is far from over, with 3 full seasons still left to air. Well, not quite a full season now, is it, seeing as it's been pulled down to be 6 episodes. And keep in mind, sometimes, now I'm not saying it will happen, but sometimes that gets cut even more. What was the show actually that came out? Was it Echo? One of them was meant to be a load. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was that spin-off for The Witcher. What was it even called? I can't even remember what it was called. Terrible dog shit yoke. And it was originally meant to be like 8 episodes. Then they cut it down to 6. And then they looked at it and went, yeah, this thing's dog shit. And they cut it down to 4. So I'm not saying that will happen, but there is precedent for it happening. So this is saying, from the very beginning, Strange New Worlds set out to honour what Star Trek has always stood for. Boundless curiosity, hope, and the belief that a better future is possible, they said. They must have watched a completely different Strange New Worlds, because that sure as hell ain't what I watched when it comes to the thing called Star Trek. So we're deeply grateful to Paramount Plus for the chance to complete our 5-season mission, just as we envisioned it. No, you didn't. Alongside our extraordinary cast and crew, and to the passionate fans who've boldly joined us on this journey, thank you. With 3 more spectacular seasons ahead for you to see and enjoy, this adventure is far from over. No, it's over. Like, Season 3 is about to drop. You've already are already filming Season 4, so that's going to come quite soon. And now you're getting a Season 5, which is your last, and it is a reduced season. So you're kind of saying all this stuff kind of to big yourself up. This thing, Paramount never was green-lighting seasons. They commissioned X amount of episodes for shows. They never put on what shows they were to be, which is where Alex Kurtzman just took the money and put it into all these different things. I'll put it this way, okay? Star Trek Picard Season 3 ending, setting up not just possibly another season for Picard, but most definitely a new show, which everybody was calling Legacy. Everybody wanted it. Everybody said, please let this happen. What happened? Well, because it was the only Star Trek under the whole Secret Hideout banner that actually was popular with the fans. All the fans, basically. Kurtzman got annoyed with this because Terry Matalas was the one who got all the credit. And rightly so, because Akiva Goldsman wasn't there, nor was Alex Kurtzman. They left Terry Matalas to his own devices because they went, yeah, screw that, we're going to go and do Strange New Worlds and Prodigy and all this crap. Season 3 comes out, it's a banger, everyone loves it, and everyone goes, we want to continue on with Jack Picard and 7 of 9 and stuff, and on what was the Titan, now Enterprise G. We want that show to continue. Make that happen, and make sure Terry Matalas is showrunner. What did the guy who oversees all of Star Trek do and say? He cancelled it. He said, we're not doing Star Trek Legacy. And the reason he said it? Oh, it's out of my control. How exactly is it out of your control? The guy who runs Star Trek says Star Trek is out of my control. So that just shows you all the money was already there, put in place, because it was the case of you have X amount of money, your contract says you have to give us this amount of things, use it for whatever you want, basically, in Star Trek. And rather than him taking a chunk and putting into Legacy, he announced more seasons of Strange New Worlds and Starfleet Academy. That's where he put those resources. So now this idea of, oh, we always intended for, no, you didn't intend for 5 seasons, rather than giving Star Trek Legacy its run, you decided we'll invest for another 2 seasons of Stranger Worlds and 2 seasons of Starfleet Academy. That is what they done. So it's officially coming to its end, thankfully. I know there's people who like it. Again, I don't know how you really could, especially if you're big fans of the original series, because the way they treat Spock in this is just like insane. But all of Kurtzman's track is coming to an end, and by the looks of it, and with Paramount officially announcing that this is the end of Stranger Worlds, I think it's safe to say they're not renewing that contract. Good. That's all I can say. And they need to put it to bed for a good long while and then pick it back up. Hopefully with the right people. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.